25 years of age. About the experience of testing and seeing how it feels on the camp of the Black Stars of Ghana. The Lions to restart this game. Yes, lovely idea. Asante. Dazzles his way. Back to Sechi. That's Hennessy. And it's lifted deep once again onto the left hand side. Picked by baseback. Goes down the process. And the referee will place the advantage to the home side. Oh, looking quality. Absolutely quality stuff from Lions this afternoon. Causing a lot of movement around Kotoko's penalty area. And Kotoko themselves really rock solid at the back with the way they are defending this afternoon. Hits across. Blake heads it away. There's a bit of commotion. And we still will save the situation. Well, 40 minutes played with just 5 minutes left. And it's still the same old story. It's still very, very tight between these two sides. After those numerous opportunities created by KPANDO Hearts of Lions. For the last meeting between these two sides at Babaya Sports Stadium. And it 1-0 in favor of the KPANDO based team with Obin Jr. 28-minute goal, really separating the two sides. Let's just look at this for a challenge from Emmanuel Entry. And Bismarck in him will continue to lie on the turf. Just speaking about the head-to-head between these two sides. Well, the biggest goal that have been scored between these two teams in recent times was back in 2015. And Kotoko won by 4-0 at home. And you had the likes of Ahmed Toure, Bafo Amadou, and Asante all getting their name on the score sheet. But in the last 2 years, it's been KPANDO Hearts of Lions showmanship against this quality Kotoko side. That's Bismarck in him, bringing it forward from the far left-hand side. Here's Sechi. Here's got Dansuti's right-hand side. Back to Sechi once again. We'll relate it back to his goalkeeper, Lawrence Osei. That's Asante. That's a bit silly, isn't it? I bet someone betting and he just decides to hold his opponent. And Sakwa. And they stop by Dancy, who gets the better of that ball. Well, Peter Miduakwa. He's walked straight into this Kotoko setup after crossing over from the offensive base team, Park Academy. And it's been a quality player on the left-hand side. The youngster who's got so much eye for goals anytime he's trusting for it. But there's a big battle here in between the ball. Sambonel goes down. And the referee whistles for him. And he gets that tap from his skipper and goalkeeper, Frederick Kasari. For a great work done, unless to keep the man in a 30 shot from getting the better of the ball and certainly that is support. Oh, just look at that tussle once again in the penalty area. And you can see between these two sides. And you see the Congolese very physical. Absolutely breaking down at the moment. No safer. The referee points it all the way around, and it's Patrick Kassedi who stays on the turf. And you can see the fans absolutely mad about the decision. They just don't happy about it. But there's nothing they can do. Because the man at the helm of affairs this afternoon is Yakubu Hassim. Such a quality referee. Oh, he's from Techiman in the Borno East region. As Lions hits it upfield. Got 3 minutes of additional time confirmation from the fourth official, Susu Graham. It's a big battle, isn't it? You didn't waste it. The Jetty brings it forward. That's entry. Looking for a bit of space. Finds the Jetty. That's a big battle. And the flag will stay this way because the Jetty have just been brought down by Ismail Ado. And you can see absolutely taken aback with that decision from the assistant referee too. And now Slet Ableto with his flag at the far right hand side. But that was the activity. I'll be keeping you updated as they are seen across the other match centers. It's absolutely of keen interest to this game unfolding here, especially that particular one. The Accra Sports Stadium involving the Phobians. Still has leading BDMIC by goal to nil. But in Bibiani, it's Dreams 2. And Bibiani goes to 0. And Sama Texas will have jumped into the lead with 2 goals at the moment. As Kotoko prepares for this free kick. Into the second minute of additional time here. And this could be a big opportunity to see if they can break the virginity of the game. As we can see, so many men in yellow. Just causing a bit of commotion in Lions penalty box. The likes of Sambona, he's got the height, isn't it? Habetamwa and Kwame Opoku definitely. It's the man you cannot take your eyes off at the moment. There's always going to be lurking around that red news area to see if he can find the back of the net. Looks to be Patrick Kassedi. And JT who stands behind it. And this is where Lions went out to defend and is headed away. Don't defend it. It's a very tight game between these two. And JT lifts it for Patrick Kassedi to pick. And it is going to be a long range into the box. Let's just see. It's brought out. That'll stay with Kotoko right on the edge of the area. This is a lovely goal and it's in. Guess who hits it in? It's Justice Blay and Kotoko at the above half time. Jump into the lead. What a touch and what a finish. And he sleeps. And Lawrence Osei absolutely shocked about that situation. What a hit into the top corner. I was just talking about this last opportunity with the way Kotoko were beginning to pile the pressure. And that'll be a big advantage for Kotoko. If anything, or if the proceeding steps this way, just look at it for a hit. It was cleared but not cleared enough. And that hit absolutely cannot be touched by Lawrence Osei. And Kotoko absolutely taking the lead at the moment. And Lions will want to react. Let's see Here they are at the other side. Here's Sechi. Count the hit to 10. And it's lifted deep. Comes of somebody. And it's certainly going to be Kotoko strain advantage. So that is half time here. But watch this for a goal once again. Well taken. So the last time ASANTE Kotoko beat Hearts of Lions, their home ground was back in 2013. That is exactly on 29th of May. Can I see if the result will stand? It's half time at the KPANDO Sports Stadium. And that's the goal scorer, Justice Blay, the deputy captain for ASANTE Kotoko. And the fans are mute at the moment. And you can see these players really. Let's walk into the dressing room. It's half time at the KPANDO Sports Stadium. As Lions 0, ASANTE Kotoko 1. Oh, don't go anywhere as we cross over to the pitch side where my colleagues Gattuso and Naji are based to bring you halftime analysis.
At the KPANDO Sports Stadium. This is the home of the Ghana Premier League, and it's KPANDO Lions versus Kumasi ASANTE Kotoko. The away team, that's Kumasi ASANTE Kotoko, are leading by 1-0 at the end of the first 45 minutes, right there at the KPANDO Sports Stadium. Don't forget, we're still live on Adum TV, live on Original TV, live on Alpha TV, as well as on the Ghana Football Association app. And Najid is here, and Krabi Asante is here. Interesting results coming from other centers, talking of the Ghana Premier League, and we will be visiting the Tuba AstroTurf as well as the Accra Sports Stadium, where Accra Suffolk are leading Mediama Sporting Club by 1-0, and when you go to Doma, Adriana Stars are leading Nations Football Club by a lone goal, and of course at Tuba and Dreams FC are also leading Gold Stars by 2-0 at the end of the first 45 minutes. But we're concentrating right here at the KPANDO Sports Stadium, where the home side, they are down by 1-0 against Kumasi ASANTE Kotoko. Naji, your take on the first 45 minutes.
General, interesting results so far. Looking at Accra Suffolk, who went to Mediama, won against Mediama. They are back at their favorite grounds. That is Accra Sports Stadium. I mean, okay, say Samuel Omasha Mediama by a long goal. To me, I think Accra Suffolk coach Watara, the supporters and the teaming fans should come to them say, yeah, team no ebeko eye. Now Dreams FC, they lost the first league against Gold Stars, and I'm seeing as a team so omulusu on first league, the first round matches, against their opponents, in the second round they are trying to recapture what they lost. But this afternoon, General, here at the KPANDO Sports Stadium, I have to tell you, you are witnessing one of the best matches in the Premier League so far. Remember who? When I was coming, Klobia said, he mentioned certain names, talking about Hennessy, talking about Ishmael Ado, the kind of performance they are putting in place. To me, if Pando Heart of Lions, I come to me, I utilize all my chances and by now they are leading Kumasi at Asante Kotoko.
Yes, they've created lots of chances this afternoon.
If you look at General Bono Mabonina, Kotoko, and said that making incursions and I said, let me say, dangerous incursions in the final third of Pando Heart of Lions. The only incursion this was not even an incursion. It was a shot across and a rebound nearby. And only a chance Justice Blade. Fantastic about say. So to me, Pando Heart of Lions, they played well. Coaches, according to the coaches' instructions.
You can see Munuye at their behalf in that midfield shape. Kotoko midfield no a breaky because we share a year pa a Juma Justice Blade a year at Yama Kotoko our defensive side no. Wako back aqua joining defensive setup no. Amongst the four corner kicks are Heart of Lions Enya Nenkwano Ekle Mumienu via a header. Into neutral say defensively he's been solid and he's playing as a centre back even in the first half of the Kotoko.
Welcome back to the Camilla Tominey Show. Chief Secretary to the Treasury, Darren Jones, joins me now. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Minister. Obviously, Donald Trump's tariffs have rather kiboshed the spring statement. We've now got David Miles of the OBR suggesting it's going to knock off between 0.6 and 1% from GDP. So the Chancellor can't possibly still be stating that we're going to be £500 better off, can she?
Frimu.
Yeah, my show. First goal no, it's nearby. Second half na you nearby, and the Bashu for you change. Play your buy on the ball, about twice now. Play your buy on the ball, about twice now. Now midfield, the best in midfield, add another player. The best in midfield, add another player. And one stand a chance of scoring the second goal because you almost stand a chance of scoring the second goal because the first half no one was started in the second half one was started in the second half right and center.
Troina ya tudieti Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Troina ya tudieti Kumasi Asante Kotoko. KPANDO Heart of Lions Asheni. KPANDO Heart of Lions Asheni of the season. I conceded 17 of the season. I conceded 17. Jao Danso, Tuboni Tempaso, Jao Danso, Tuboni Tempaso. Lions, player from Boni say Lions, player from Boni say Samba Unio, Neso, Samba Unio Frionum, Shiboni Frionum, Ebeneza Aban, on the Sochi Frio, Ebeneza Lions, Aprateba from Ref Lions, Aprateba must continue. As the play must continue. Offside etia, offside etia. Prantiani din ere, nada kwame. Prantiani din ere, nada kwame. Kotoko maintain the ball na sakoche. Kotoko maintain the ball na sakoche. Ajeni Mbuatin. Jenny Mbuatin Benedin. Neso. Jenny Mbuatin Benedin. Neso. Troina yetu detia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Troina yetu detia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Tuboni Tempaso. Ismail Adu. Ismail Adu. Goal kick. A goal kick. Kumasi Asante Kotoko Asheno. Kumasi Asante Kotoko Asheno. 27th goal of the season. 27th goal of the season. I conceded 15. Uko piemu awea. Uko piemu awea. Eka Kotoko Ashe. Eka Kotoko Ashe. I conceded 10 goals. 11 goals. I conceded 10 goals. Sasuwana KPANDO Heart of Lions. Sasuwana KPANDO Panse Heart of Lions. Panse 16 goals. I conceded 16 goals. I conceded 6. Frigika Yabodieti Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Frigika Yabodieti Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Ebeneza Aban. Pejabone so bieni ho. Ebeneza Aban. Pejabone so bieni ho. Bona Bedi Albert Amwa. Jemu Diama Justice Blay. Michael Sifa, Albert Amwa, Chibakon, Jemu Diama Andrews in team menu, Sajibone Finisem, Kwansa, Jemu Ere Atuonum, Nana Kwame upon Abo shortness Bonapim. A corner kick, Jebodieti Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
My show, midfield, Asemna Mekano. Midfield no Kotoko, Lucino, totally. And game no enya there want to me exchange 2 passes even in the midfield, and one particular player consistently or course team no our midfield no the moment Kotoko be win battle no also send the ball no coach Andrews in team menu. I think that the likes of Samuel Tenedu enya some good games, and Tenedu ever game ni mo ebe boa
e pega ball tempa so neso Kotoko mrante na ibone free. Jao Danso asa Pejabono, Edre Bismarck Enim. A Troina yetu detia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Tuboni Tempaso. Justice Blay. Akucha. Ama referee Jakubu Hasim. Ose free kick Iemuntia Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, my show said they are already now making say midfield no if Kotoko PBB power game we more. I was a Dr. Prosper na to ugum onye changes enimu ya ewo wo mo mfimfin no e breaki and in the Heart of Lions no e wini e hono mu nyina fouls a wodo no na eba team no already wo mo dominate Kotoko and just when to me a strong midfielder wo mo betumi e wini balls no from Lions players no. Then you consider a lot of chances. and the chances how long now be conceding chances how be to make Italy and now prevent it from getting some at the back of the net. In the only idea I was a woman young wage Change our bench, Samuel Tenedu our bench, and Abrante Freno Emmanuel entry on Guta Bonoa or add anything to the team. And Abrante Freno no in team menu sono or non sonne deno or Jibonoa on to me engine bono so on to me control now we Lucy Bonoa then at the Ama the opponent player. So midfield and Juma from the first half about Pemo Sabri and Ama even Kotoko attackers and they are better one Abrante friend of Kwame Poku one more for game anymore. From the first half, more game anymore because midfielders now I was a woman a big creative chances midfielders no but to me initiate winning battles outdoor Ama attackers in so to me getting involved of the ball one more and Juma in Tiama and our better more Kwame Poku unless someone would drop it deep. No more about Benyabuni Biaden. Abo.
All right, free kick. J'ai Podietia Kumase Asante Kotoko. Yabo Sima Ediasa. Ewo Pando Sports Stadium. Pando Heart of Lions. Ashebakun Ama. Kumase Asante Kotoko so Ashebakun. Ebenezer Aban Pejabonisim Lions Apranti Anidinyade Kwesipong Chance Onyaya no Apranti Nentumi afa koto anyankwan Frederick Asari. Patrick Esedu Pejaboni Tempaso. Kwame Poku. Jemudiama entry. Peter Amedu. Pass Nentimianko. Still Kwame Poku. Jemurisha Betama Boboso Neso.
Now give no
Pona Trashay. Corner cake. Jeboditia Pando Heart of Lions.
Yeah, and only idea now. Kotoko, Ebetena, Echiri, Ebesity back. No market team no on a counter. I think that I had about quite bad a bit to me, Abwa, Kotoko ye. Because Bono, and ya there so far, one matches, one money, Heart of Lions, Ebeko 2-2. And this own corner idea, you make sure you find a different means, or the best hate one more. Now wait to me, I then, I punish one more. Look at this long ball, Abranta, to me, resulting into a corner. When first go no out of corner and a buy and a go through and if you go no then it to me by so when we use wings and so a bit to me I then abwa
Pejaboni Simutempa so Emmanuel entry so Mantene Ibone Furo Sadi Bona Koche Emmanuel entry Pejama Bona Sapim Nana Kwame Opon a throw in a year to the Tia Kwansa. And Krobia Beshadi for Nene Asomini. Yeah.
Krobia Asante Kotoko and the Heart of Lions, Anna Ebo. And Afenumi Nue, Womushi Bia, Ayana, and Neno, I was through ye, I was through Ubia Peso Winnie, na Winnie bragging right, no. And the Kotoko Heart of Lions, the Titina Womuba, supporters said, Eba Ebeshe, and a hands to a venue Bakwan, always a Womuba. Uba unze games uko Heart of Lions and you want to Kotoko nebo crano fans on eden eba besha
Abetamwa a chance for Abetamwa Neso Boni Bessie an inch a card there Naka Shego Diama Kotoko and Satraya Ekoso Emmanuel entry a free Muama Papa Yaya Abemu Erema Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And a beautiful play from Abet Amwaneso Sayen Kanshano Krobia Intimanye Juma.
A very good player, very good striker, and Yehuno, our first round of the season. And San Obabi Prior Okotina Fiebe 2 months Sibia or Diaba and Obayeno. on share that enko back to the elementa ni nyina ni nimuno e wo hono but gradually oguso aye peke nyoman kakra but a fine player. I think say or get it back after the injury no enyoma betumi aye den akoye dia ma no na asanso abo akro bia Asante Kotoko
Ajenim Boateng jemu dia ma Bismarck enim apejemu etinimo wune bona pim my oh my Asante Kotoko mrante no baba yaya referee
yeah
chances upon chances
inti menu die pa look at that and had it not been that and a different thing altogether where oyadi for that block
Kumasi Asante Kotoko mrante nekita bono bona be the justice play jemu dia ma Michael Sifa the pona koche Bismarck enim Osani mu tempaso Neso Samba O'Neal Justice play jemu dia babaya ya jiboni different sem Bismarck enim jemu di konfi finish Melado Chibakon Ismail Ado still Ismail Ado asa tribune and Beshadi for the Bojeni Suseya with Jemudiama Kwansa Sanimu Tempaso still Kwando Heart of Lions Jemudiabe Chirabema Ismail Ado Bona Bedi Ebenezer Aban Jemu Eriama Ismail Ado still Lions Sanimu eri ama Bismarck Edim Jabo nimria tuonum ama Charles Ajenim Boateng Bismarck Edim Boateng beautiful play Bismarck Edim Uporemo 18 other kenim say Kwando out of Lions Kwame oh born up him Lions Simrantana Sajibono Ishmelado Jemudia Maninya Nasu team menu Jemudiama Papayaya Kumasi Asante Kotoko mrante de kita bon sisi Albert Amwa Nasu referee Jakubu Hasim Ese Apprentice back weather form Apprentice back weather formenti yentren so Mikauze way eye Ghana Premier League 2024-2025 match with 26 Yankasa Yedie match with 26 Yankasa Yedie AFA Sports Media Daruma Jede Sumu Ewo Ufiemu Anuti live for original TV Atom TV Uporemu YouTube Swa AFA Sports GH Atom TV our YouTube Facebook no AFA Sports GH and original TV Ghana you see Akai Sima Sanson Edekoni Wachimu Pando Heart of Lions 1 Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1 Justice Blay Jemu Kwechakoma O'Neal still Samba O'Neal Andrews in team menu as a funny ball and referee say foul ball Baba Yaya Johnny Baba Jemudiama Peter Amidu Aqua and so Jemudiama Kwame Poku Nesu Bieni ho upon Abidi Kwando out of Lions in Rantani ho A Troina here to the Tia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Bismarck Enim. Boatin a gem with my Bismarck. Beautiful play. Bismarck Sanamu Tempasu Neso. Michael Sifeji Bonifrio. Bona Bidi Kwame Puku. Kwame Puku di Bona Kwache. Ebenezer Aban. Sanamu Tempasu. Ezre Charles Neso. Ajete. Ose kwambie ni ha probia
I think Kotoko change prosper na to oguma ya and the baba ya eba game ni mu no or the some and they no energy and the synergy bia den etumi aba Kotoko se wo mo attack ya na wo mo initiate or attacker uhu se ene aye sharp akakra bonu kodi baba ya wa otumi ya den ade some acceleration ama ne boa Kotoko how sharp a betumi get closer to the Lions 18-yard box anymore and only ade etumi aboa in this game particularly said the Lions take a game no at ASANTE Kotoko no anka a game fit for Babaya ya Saka Dauda in the likes or this particular but rather unfortunate Saka Dauda is available in this particular game and Ababeka Babaya ya on free bench if in a wide and Waba. I think that Kotoko still lacks a midfield balance, lacks a midfield control. Midfielders are able to me, one to me, then winning tackles from opposing players, you know, and only idea I can in that midfield. But so far, so more a use wings now. I had about to be to me about and one more creative channels in Inano. Or shall see one more use wings, you know. Now more than to me a cutting. It's a bit to me a free mobile in ya and Sana. Not to Oguma Pesoye, other changes beer, way to me than Asan but a game I think Heart of Lions a book game papa I can't say one so a very decisive our final third war now I'm to me in your second goal.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko Mrantene Kitabo Patrick Esedu. Referee Jacobo Hasim Ese a foul ball Yemontia Kusipong any Pando Heart of Lions and Mranteno. Nunti aprantiani dia de Patrick Esiedu. Wenya free kick ya Kumasi Asante Kotoko. A free kick ebusuya utu wanamo be sima anaso utu wanamo be edua obebweremu Pando Heart of Lions penalty adakanim. Aprantiani dia de Adrian Ajete Ejana Bonechi. Patrick Esiedu Ejana Bonechi Saso Ana Samba O'Neil Onusu Ejana Bonechi. Way bet me ya iguana. Ajete apeja bonesu bonapim. Bonikita Samba O'Neil. So referee Osi and so and Pando Heart of Lions fans no say Antonium Yama players in Ninja and Oma Bohumodin Papa Menkanda.
Yeah, my show I was throw and Ahanuma Nika Aha I Nije Obabe Remu Ewa Hanuma. 10 out no a massive spectatorship no my show. I was throw and say Ananka Ghana Premier League venues in Nina. As always, here we no. Yes, supporters, no, especially the traditional clubs, you know, one more to me then and make sure some mobilize one more supporters, you know. Now every weekend. And a session and so a Kotoko supporters are Kakra Wamusu wɔn tumi travel yɛ ɛba bɛ wura mu wɔ ha no wɔn nso yɛ den support club no na ma nneɛma kɔnkan hwɛ utwa wɔ ni left right every corner spectators ayɛ den ayɛ hɔ sɛ ma ɛnna yɛade baako a ɛsa ɛma coverage ayɛ den ɛfɛ ɛnna ɛsan so ɛboa yɛn class no ama wɔn nso yɛ den etumi generate sika ama the quality of players a wɔpɛ sɛ wo play wo team ɛtɔ no wobɛtumi ayɛ den etumi atɔ bi so ɛyade a ɛfɛ and football de ɛyɛ supporters de a nti ɛfɛ sɛ ɛnɛ wɔn etumi aba in their numbers.
Ɛpusu ɛnɛ okopie mu ɛwɔ Kumasi Asante Kotoko aso ɛyɛ nsakyerɛ akɔ so justice play with free mu ama Tenedu abemu Sasu ana Pando out of Lions Kojo Obin Jr. Obemu Eriama Seed of Asante Kojo Obin Jr. na Osinakan Edema Accra Hearts of Oak 2023-2024 no buna ketem kopie mu wo Pando Heart of Lions Kojo Obin Jr.
Yeah, my choice na make a say Kotoko midfield no na a breaky up no Justice Blay a pavy way for Samuel Tenedu or no so eba beboa sanso ana eneno ewo Heart of Lions and so no Seed of Asante so eko na Kojo Obin Jr. or no so ba beboa ewo mo attack no omo create couple number of chances are woman to me and then emfa ball and then into me end to atana and share second goal near. First half, we a couple of chances. Second half, we want dominate play. But a Cassadia, one more final third delivery. And about a problem at the Heart of Lions. And I think that without taking anything away from Kotoko, one so defensive setup. No, one more Juma, a JT, a Blow, Michael Sifa, and no more Aye Juma Papa because they've been given a hell of a time. And ne away or KPANDO Sports Stadium by KPANDO players and performance no de bakwa womunso aye den etumi aso mani a game a fair and one more selling a very good game and ne away numere e de ma obi bia
Albert Amwa Jemu Eriama Tenedu Eric Born Akoma Lawrence Osei Achibondiama KPANDO Heart of Lions a far ball assistant like to Ableto set say far boy Muntia KPANDO Heart of Lions and Ibusia 76 minutes of gameplay. KPANDO Heart of Lions 1 Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1. And there Udiweni Echiremu Ewo Sentesa Ghana Premier League and so Koswa say and so etie Idriana FC 1 Vision FC Entumi NT Dreams FC Ashebe Pieni Ghosters Ekamino Muntumi NT Accra Hearts of Folk Ashe Mediama SC Kabako Ntumi NT Baseke Holy Stars Ene Brekum Chelsea Upia Enshebi FC Samates Ashe Accra Lions Ekamino Muntumi NT Young Apostle Enshebi Saswana Legon Cities also Entumi Enshebi Anuntiwei Eyenia Ekoso Ewo Ghana aha enen potem Ye Ghana Premier League 2024-2025 match day 26 and a branty anidi ere Michael Sifa Nyama enshada enkoyi enfama abrantie no
and looking like he says obey to me at our game so Eddie Amakrobi ASANTE KOTOKO and I got a big blow Eddie Amakotoko because I'll share one more bencher one more instead than a natural right back player be a Honamo unless say be a Michael Sifa Ebeba na Abrante friend Henry Ansu Aquako partner Samba O'Neil if Abrante a name your friend and they know So when to me and Baba Kibiwa, I think that one more other options are a bit to me higher than Ababe Boama in your Makuyama.
Ponekita Kumasi Asante Kotoko Manteno Peter Amedu Aqua Sanimu Tempaso Yeshe Albert Amwa Tribaku Amwa Pedaboneti Nimo Neso Referee Jakubu Hasim Ose offside Jemontia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Pedabone Simutempaso. Samba O'Neil. Samuel Tenedu Ejemu Eriama. Team Menu. Jaboni Midaba in Fifni. Kwame Poku. Boshort O. Patrick Esiedu. Bono Bobia Keke. A go cake here, body Kumase Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, good build up from Kotoko movement. Nanka umbo to me create something out of this and then no opportunity. Now one more build it towards into the 18-yard box of Heart of Lions. But Patrick Essie do short into me and then Amwa.
Nana Kwame upon Achibaku. Nana Kwame Nesu O. Goalkeeper Frederick Asare. Wachibondia Makumase Asante Kotoko. And a free kick possible in Tempaso. Albert Amwa. Suma pass na Richard Branton de Peter Amidua. Peter 18 him. Nesu ajibone finisa Mishmel Ado. Kujombe Junior Jemudia ba infini. Sani ball Tempaso de Shena na Kwame upon Nesu. Nensa Entumiankano ama Samba O'Neil. Chibondi Amakumasi Asante Kotoko. The Pona by Fifni, Patrick Sedu. Osanemu Ama Pona Trashe. A trainer here to the Etia Kumase Asante Kotoko. Lawrence Osei. Pedaboni Tempaso. Neso. A trainer here to the Etia Kumase Asante Kotoko. Ebeneza Abane Jemudiama Besmark Enim. Enima Pedaboni Neso. Kotoko Mantene Ibone Fluon Mama. Samba O'Neil. Jao Danso. Beautiful Tene Jemudiama Kujobi Junior. Or Pedabone Tinim. Pieno Amapona Trashen. And a goal kick Kaya Bodietia. Pando Heart of Lions. Krobia.
Yeah, Maestro. Yeah, shake game. Fair shake game. Nika Heart of Lions today. One more into me really game where not just say one more. I think that Kotoko and so a book game with a different strategy. Kotoko a book game with a different planner. Said the one boy in the first half, it to me then a continuous sustaining pressure from Heart of Lions until say about 45 minutes we are going they are sticking to the same plan. Say bibibe to me see game because in terms of the game dominance say born to one there. I think that a next year match and obibia win opportunity I should give me Unhawa and Neno Heart of Lions to me Kotoko a match but a Kotoko na Kotoko ntia ana Sabrino game no egusua 1-1 a good game and yenya show her name.
This season Pando Heart of Lions about 12 home games we win our train Adromienu Lusumienu Emunu was share 16 goals Elfie I consider 6 goals Kumasi Asante Kotoko this is an aqua way Dubakun win miɛnsa draw enum elusu miɛnsa wɔhyɛ 11 goals away I conceded 10 goals Samba O'Neal Peter Amidou Ako Jemu Diabami Babaya Abo shortness goalkeeper Lawrence Osei Achibone Diama Pando Heart of Lions and coach Bashir Hayford Ochimon Tiasie so Pando maintain the Kitabono a plant idea de Kwesi Pong Achibone Finisem a throwing a year to the Etiak Pando. Yeah, live our original TV, Atom TV, Joy Prime. Sasu anako PMO Facebook, AFA Sports GH, YouTube Atom TV, and AFA Sports GH. Way Ghana Premier League 2024-2025 match day 26. Trainer here to the KPANDO Heart of Lions. Adrian Ajeti. To boarding Tempaso in team menu. Wasanimu Erishe Peter Neso. Samuel Tenedu. Jemudiama Samba O'Neal. Bonabedi Patrick Asiedu. So Jiboni from Musem. Jao Danso. Jemudiaba Infinfini, Dennis Huto, also Jemudiama Jao Danso, Danso Achibako, Pedemu Bonin Seye, Pando Heart of Lions, oh, Christian Ejenim Boatin, Aboboni Bohunu, Baba Jaja, Jemudiko Chakoma, O'Neal. Neso a throwing a to the Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, my show game no level no egusua Kosro aka in a few minutes plus of and no referees additional time na game ni nyina eba na wie Heart of Lions gusua pem so hwese wo mu betumi ayeden enya the needed go a ebe secure wo all the 3 maximum points sanso na Kotoko so ye dia wo mu beye se wo mu so betumi enya ene bia second goal na and also basically or 3 points no because elsewhere womu nyang say other results are APM el hono no Osha Dreams FC ashe bibie ni Gold Stars and there was league log no so no say do obenya nkunimdie wa ha bia no ebetumi ayeden Heart of Lions ebe close aba ebe close gab no we bibie ni Gold Stars Kotoko so enya victory na womu widen gab ni mu because good news aba womu part say bibie ni Gold Stars ayeden elusi game no el honomo mediama elusi to house of folk and so el hontino and nations already and so elusi intimasho ade ba ko a game we no enye ahogro so edema afenu mienu a wo mu ejina we the moment Lions nso ebe win no Kotoko na currently order first Lions winning na okọ 43 na akwakoye 2 points between ono ene Kotoko na che so ono so close anisa ba Kotoko win a wa wide mu na che se ode kwa anisa nti the chase for the title no still eguso a in the match record so no count a game we emuaye den na enyumre.
Alright, Tanuti Ebusia Krobia Asante and out in Kano. A corner cake Yebodietia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Boy bet me I had the winning goal area ma Pando Heart of Lions ana. A prantian idea de Ishmael Ado. No na ko jina bonechi pa ku mienu mesa peda bone tempa so neso iji bone frionum Ebenezer Aban Ojemu diama yaw danso. Wasane mu tempa so etini mina so. Kotoko mrante ne ibone frio. Ebenezer Aban. Ebenezer Aban. Jemu diama yaw danso. Danso. Jemu diaba in 50 Kwansa. Obo shot. Ooh. A goal kick. Jebodieti KPANDO out of Lions. Chances upon chances. 89 minutes of game played. Lions 1. Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1. Ooh. Probably another chance. Nana Kwame Opo.
Abrante na say no huge opportunity pa man show. Ana ne Abrante no etumi asay no. Na 89th minute na akwenya wei aba. Na wentumi amfa nto atena dia. Mashu. Wow, look at that. Nearly an inch nanka ball no etumi eto atena. Anka that will be the end for ASANTE Kotoko in this particular game. And it would have been a very good goal, equally a massive potential winning goal for a Heart of Lions. I think there is football no enko ne wie de minute guso e ho additional time a referee said the beto so no guso e ho and obi abetumi awi ni game we said I can no until set time game no beba na wie ye referee be still the game na ba na wie no e you obi a win ye nhwe how a Kotoko fast so share first goal or first half no they were not the better side in the first half and the chances upon chances are na in Heart of Lions say creative but from nowhere Kotoko just one corner kick I could throw in a buy no Kotoko etumi ayeden e de she go enti yegu so a game no mba na wie any day bibia betumi asi and win no betumi akọ either side Kotoko betumi awini sanso na Heart of Lions betumi awini
to born in temper so 18 Neso Ebenezer Aban Shibana Bonabedi Kumasi Asante Kotoko Pasho
to me because I give the corner I don't foresee any goal in this particular game. Who is a one or draw and a baby
and 4th official Graham Imano Kweku I say 5 minutes Yamon Fan count Lions Cleboni Frionomeje Ajenim Boatin beautiful control Bonabidi Kwansa Jemu Tempaso Kojobi Junior da from and the referee yourself a ball pass the ball in Tempaso Dennis Huto Sanim 18 Neso Samba O'Neal Ushibodi from a Kotoko Bonabidi Yaudanso and anybody Mwasuni Ishmael Adu still Ishmael Adu Danenwe Jemudiama Fauzi Kojo Bin Junior were born so 18 him Nesu beautiful play from a prime idea de Patrick Esiedu Bono boy and Uncle Bibia Ebenezer Aban Jemu Eriama Fauzi Ali Asanimun Tempaso Neso a very good play from Kumasi Asante Kotoko Albert Amwa passing into Mianko Bismarck Enim Asanimu Edrishe Nana Kwame Opon and a throwing a year to the tia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Kobe, I bet me go. After 3 minutes.
Yeah, football. Bibia bet to me see. Football. Bibia bet to me see. Kotoko bet to me go. Sanso and Heart of Lion bet to me go. Heart of Lion still one more threaten Kotoko out of line still dominating play, creative chances. One boy to me in the most important goal. A bit to me secure all the 3 maximum points, at the Amamo. Kotoko on the other hand, and so making sure that if they are not also scoring, they are not also allowing in the new team where a friend of Heart of Lion. Someone so the boy better at so about the attacking side of Heart of Lions versus the defensive side of ASANTE Kotoko. One more the Pimwa now why Kotoko away Chile Honomono. They are doing a lot of jobs out there. A branch friend of Samba O'Neill. He's been my main man in this particular game. He's been the main man in this particular game, specifically for ASANTE Kotoko at the back. A lot of threat and a Kotoko receiving, but the man Samba O'Neill, look, the clearances, the interventions, the blocks. Look, my shoe. This guy is just the rock of Gibraltar. Or Kai John Mensah Ejuma. Now I'm my Black Stars, and you see, I think that the Congolese national team, they will be having a second look at him. So they be this. Other they call out say to me abano. One more besha branch and more because if Samba O'Neill with the kind of performance or done a war in Ghana Premier League look, this is a player on any given day. He is fit to play for some of these national teams.
Now, Ebimuso Kasenka Ghana Yenyan in tem na yempe passport bi emano yemano ubi enware ewa hase na inkebeya omedani Ghana.
I think the kind of the center backs are Ghana unless it's naturalize a center back bia just or with a certain extra comparatively to one more so what I say with something extra about him our day but comparatively to one more and ne so ne de ye wo pi o hwe game a Ebenezer Urban elbow ya so what I think ne so ne de bi Ghana hapa but I think that he is fit to play for national team.
Bonikita Dennis Huto Bando out of Lions with Jabolim Jatoma the captain Neso the man ye can was them no Kotoko Mrantana club one day free Bismarck any beautiful play Bismarck a Prantana for referee play on Kumasi Asante Kotoko Mrantana Jaboneso passing it to me and come a born abedi Ishmael Adu Uchemu di ko mfifina koma Kwansa Jemu di ama Ebenezer Urban send mu tempa so nesu goalkeeper IPO referee Ose Famboy Muntia Kojo Obin Jr. and Prosper Nate Ogum Otenasi Enyeye Boy Eye Yankasa Yedye and Samson Eduku Ebe Mudiama Kumasi Asante Kotoko Boy Eye Boy Pejaya Kojo Obin Jr. Denu Ekokan goalkeeper Frederick Asari Samson Eduku Abem Ediama Kumasi Asante Kotoko Saso Ana Henry Ansu on Suepe Mudiama Kumasi Asante Kotoko Aprantia Nidin Ere Michael Sefa Efrimu defender in, defender out. Peter Amidou Aqua also free mu Edama Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Peter Bonisim. Kwame Poko Chemudiama Babayaya. So Chemudiama Andrew. Born Abidi Albert Amwa. Amwa Jemu Ere Ama Michael Sifa. Peter Bonin Tempaso. First control Sam Eduku. Patrick Eselu 18 Mapeja Neso. Bismarck Enin. Shibone Fruama Born Abidi Kwansa Nation. Andrews the Bonache. Kucho Obi Junior Jane Baba. Kucho Obi Junior. Wapuri Moeti Adakani passing into Mianko. Seu Kucho Obi Junior. Jai Body Media Bain Finfnia Bema. Ninyaneso Papayaya. Also the Bonacoche. Apprentice Bakoda from referee play must continue. Bonekita Albert Amwa. Leso. Bona Trasher throwing. And Rebusia referee Jakubu Hasim. Washena Bendia Kense Nina Banewiye. Referee Yakubu Hasim. Wase Bema Beye B1 Beye Nina. Enunti chances na pa mumia nuna muntumi shadia. Ena Kense ni yefensia. Enunti Washena Bendia Kense na Banewiye. KPANDO Sports Stadium. KPANDO out of Lions 1. Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1. And Pache Hayford. Utumisa neninye crack busia. An incident in Bium. Ebusia nuti AFA production adaroma Ghana Premier League ni yari asomo. Unyane live for Original TV. Unyane live for Adum TV. Sasunya live for Joy Prime. Facebook no Original TV Ghana, AFA Sports Ghana, YouTube near AFA Sports GH, Atom TV. Boy, match day 26 between Ade Maestro Yemoremu Park Nesona Gatuso race to the power 7 Kobia Santiane Nachi Enfa game de Kosu Nyano and some Rebusia Macrao.